What is up, guys? It's Kevin with Stock Market News, and today we're going to be going over how to use ThinkorSwim. So really quick, guys, one thing that we didn't mention in the how to open an account video is what I'm about to show you right here. And this is essential before you start trading for many reasons. So we're just going to throw it into this video because, once you've already opened your account, you're probably going to be trying to see how to use ThinkorSwim. So we're just going to make sure you have this done first. And what you're gonna want to do is I'm on a brand new account right here for my long term portfolio. So we're just gonna hit my profile and then general. And there's a couple things you're gonna want to do. So first thing, you're gonna want to sign these exchange agreements. And what they are is just basically agreeing to the terms of like the New York Stock Exchange and stuff like that. All right, I'm just gonna open them up and agree to them. Okay. So now that we've signed these, we're going to be able to buy and sell stocks. Another thing we want to apply for is margin trading. What margin trading is it allows you to leverage your money times two. So if I'm trading with $1,000, I'll be able to trade with $2,000. Even though I don't have it in my account, I'll be able to position size using $2,000. So it's possible that I could make two times as much money or lose two times as much money. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But the good thing about it is you don't actually have to use the margin. So it's good to apply for it because what happens when you have a new account is you make a trade, and let's say you want to make two trades in a day. You want to use two of your 3 day trades in a 5 day period in one day. Well, what's going to happen is you're going to close the first trade and the money's not going to be available because it takes a day to settle. But when you have margin trading enabled, you circumvent this issue. You have your money right when the trade closes. So we're gonna apply for margin trading. Um, it's not. Oh, that makes sense because I have my two accounts linked. But over here, you'd just go in and apply for margin. Um, and then lastly, I mean, we don't really have to worry about it right now, but this is where you would go if you wanted to apply for options trading, which option video coming soon, guys. But yeah, just make sure you get this stuff done if you when you submit your documents or whatever, and you start up a new account, and we should be good to go. So let's get into how to use the platform. See you guys. Okay, so first we're gonna head over to. We're just gonna type download ThinkorSwim into Google. ThinkorSwim, of course, being the platform by TD Ameritrade. All right, we're just going to go down here. If you're on Windows, you're going to want to hit this one. And if you're on Mac, you hit this one. And I already went ahead and, where did it go? I already went ahead and did that. So once it pops up, you're just going to open it up. Open. It's going to prompt you with this kind of screen. You're going to select your language. I just skipped through this real fast. Um, Again, you can select whatever preferences you want when you're going through this. You just hit finish, and there you have it. ThinkorSwim pops up. We're just going to wait for this to install its updates, and we should be good to log in. And here we are, guys. This is where you're going to select whether you're going to be going in with real money or paper money. And again, everything on this channel is not investment advice. Please do your own research before going in and putting your own money into this. But yeah, guys, just be safe. Do your research. This isn't gambling. This could be a real income source for you if you treat it seriously and you go into it with the intent of learning, and you can come out of this highly profitable. So yeah, guys, but we're just gonna go ahead and select live trading over here. All right, guys, so we're in on this new account that I actually just set up for my long-term portfolio, and this is it. This is what you see. Intimidating, right? You have your account info in the top left, which is going to tell you basically your account balance. Uh, you're gonna want to look at net lick and day trades. This is gonna tell you your balance, and then day trades left. So what does that mean? What are your 3 day trades? So there's something called the PDT rule, which states that any account under $25,000 is only allowed to make 3 day trades in the span of 5 days. So what they constitute as a day trade is a round trip. So buying and selling the same stock within a day, or selling and then buying. But we'll go into that in another video. So, where do you go from here? I know it may seem like a lot. It may seem like just super overwhelming, and I'm telling you guys, it's really not. You're not going to be using all of every single little thing here. But there are certain things that you're going to want to be familiar with. So, starting off with the monitor tab. The monitor tab is going to show you your open positions whenever you have any, and your working orders, filled orders, stuff like that. This is basically where you monitor what's going on. Then you have the trade tab, which if we just go ahead and type in a symbol, let's go with the SPY, or the S&P 500 ETF. It's gonna, you can go over here and it's gonna show pop up this chain, and this is for options. Don't worry about that too much, guys, if you're just beginning. I promise we'll do a video covering options and futures and stuff like that. But the trade tab is just going to be a good place to be familiar with, just in general. And then you have your analyze tab. I don't really use analyze or scan too much. I find it kind of pointless. The charts tab, guys, the essential. We love ThinkorSwim for their charts. They rock. All right, so we're gonna just select any one of these. Yeah, if you notice down here in the watch list, we're gonna get rid of live news and account info. Just kind of minimize these windows over here, and Trader TV. Matter of fact, the quick chart too. We're just gonna um, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. If you want to readjust the sizing of your charts, you can, all of these little widgets, I hate that word, but all of them are adjustable. So you can customize it to fit your liking. You might want to expand this watch list. So if you click on a ticker symbol over here, which is the letters that denominate a stock, it's not going to pop up on the chart. There's a way that you can do that, but again, this is just beginner stuff. So we're going to type in RCL, which is Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, and it's going to pop up a chart for us. Okay, we want the chart to be clearly visible. Here you have your time axis. What these mean are the earnings dates and dividend payouts. So if you want to edit the time frame that you're viewing the stock on, you go here. You can have with a daily chart with each of these little candles representing 1 minute, or you can, these are fully customizable as well. You can have a 180-day time frame with 4-hour candles, so each of these little candles represents 4 hours of the stock trading. Then, so we're gonna just go to the, oops, let's go to the 10-day 30-minute time frame just for the purpose of this video. So you can manipulate these charts further by using this little scroll bar to make the chart fatter or skinnier. This down here is the volume tab, and what it shows is the volume of stocks being traded on that during that particular time frame. So a higher bar will mean more stocks being traded. Up here you have your settings. You have your general settings. I personally like to go here to the price axis. Oh, I'm sorry, the time axis, and do this little expansion area right here. I usually just go 100 bars to the right, and what this does is this gives me a little bit of space here to work with for the future of the stock. We can go back into the settings, and I'm just going to give you a couple useful settings that I find helpful. Here's your favorite time frames. You can add time frames in this tab as well. Okay, so the appearance, you can manipulate whether you want these candles to be filled up or not. You can change the volume color. You can make it look how you want it to, but I wouldn't focus too much on this. It'll end up just distracting you and not helping you. Equities, right here, it's asking whether you want to show the extended hours trading session. So do you see these gray bars over here? These are extended hours. This is when the market is closed and people are still making trades. So if you only want to see when the market's open, we're going to go to settings, equities, and we're going to we're going to unselect that. And now as you see, the gray bars have completely disappeared. There are certain times now you'll notice that the stock can gap up, as they call it, which is where the stock jumps in price. You see there's no candles in between this area right here. It just jumped from 35 or 37.5 to $41. How did that happen? Because we're not showing the extended hours. And I'm gonna make another video covering how to read candlestick charts and other things for beginners, but right now I'm just showing you kind of the main interface for the platform. All right, moving on. So we have our time frames, we have our extended hours. Let's see what else we can do here in settings. Again, futures, forex, options. These are more intermediate trading tools, I'd say. So you have your drawings. If you want to draw, you have your drawing tools. You can go in and make a price level. If you see that, if you want to, get into the stock when it crosses above its previous high, you can kind of set this price level and make it really clearly defined for yourself. So I'm just going to clear the drawing set here. Next thing is your studies. I'm sure you guys have heard of indicators, and I'm going to make a separate video on indicators as well. But indicators are going to be found over here in the studies. So what we can do is we can hit add study. There's loads of them. There's loads. We're actually going to go over to edit studies. There's plenty of studies that you can choose from. The more common ones are the MACD. You probably heard of it. And the RSI. So the MACD, I'll just show you guys right here. So when you hit OK, these kind of little submenus are going to pop up. And what this is kind of showing you is when a stock is overbought or oversold. So if you see these little, I'm going to zoom in right here. If you see these little bars right here, as you can see during this time period, the stock is trending down. So these are kind of red and they're getting bigger. They're swaying further away from this middle line. And stocks don't move up and down. They don't just go straight up and down. They move in waves. So with this here, you see it's trending downwards up until about here where the MACD flips green, and then this would be an ideal entry point because the MACD flipped green, the stock began to trend upwards, and then this could be a potential exit point up here. So we'd buy low and sell high. So I'm just gonna minimize these. Like I said, I'm gonna make a completely separate video on indicators, and if any of this stuff is confusing you, don't worry. It all confused me when I was just beginning to. I was pretty lost, but guys, I promise it's really simple. It's not easy. Trading is not easy, but it is simple, and I promise to help you guys work through the learning process as much as I can. So that kind of concludes just the basics of how to use ThinkorSwim by TD Ameritrade. So if you have any other questions, anything at all, guys, feel free to comment. I'm going to be answering every question as I always do. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video, which is probably going to be my watch list, and then I'll make one about indicators, and we'll have to see. But anyway, guys, it's been Kevin with Stock Market News. Thanks for watching.